Okay, so that brings us to Big Lens. I love this app so much. I came across it almost 2 years ago, and I loved it right away. If it's used sparingly, it's an amazing tool. You'll first come to this screen, and it's going to ask you, do you want to restore an old session that you saved? In this case, we're going to start a new project, so no. At the top left, you're going to load your image, which is going to take you to your uh, photo library. Um, again, you can do one of two things. Again, I like to start with a native image on this app instead of one I've already uh, used filters on and processed, uh, just to kind of give it kind of start. And then when I bring it into another app to use, I know I'm dealing with the image that I really want it to kind of finally be. Um, so I'll bring in the raw image, the initial one. You'll see right away there's two things I can do when it comes to this focus. And really what this tool is to do is to emulate f-stops on a DSLR. I can do the more traditional, which is just there's a center field of focus, and then at the top, at the bottom left, you can control how you want it. You can really open it up to simulate a really opened up aperture, or I can close it down. And then at the slide bar it controls how sharp or blurry I want the edges. And that's a matter of taste and what you're going for, that kind of thing. You can also, that's the circle, you can do the linear, which controls this. If you're kind of doing something where there's more of a horizon line, you might want to use that. That's the simple tool, and it's pretty basic, and it's can be very helpful. If you want to use the more advanced, you're going to go back. It's going to add. I want to go back to the camera and to the original image. So I'm going to press the camera. It's going to ask me if I want to save this. Just kind of give me a warning. Um, so am I sure? Yes. So this takes me back to the original image. And then I'm going to click on the advanced. And what that does, it gives me a brush, erase tool, lasso, and these kind of things. I start with the brush and I want to bring it down to its smallest size. You can control the size of the brush like that. And then what you're going to do is, I won't bore you, maybe just a little bit larger to start. I won't bore you with, is you're going to take your finger and you're going to use your finger as a paintbrush. And you can really zoom in to get really close. And you're just going to, this is where it takes some patience, a lot of patience. And what you're going to do is you're going to go around all of your image. I'm going to do this really quick. And this is like a bad drawing. And you're just going to cover all that stuff you want to remain in focus. And you're going to leave outside. You can erase where you've made like major mishaps. You can come back in, if you need that kind of thing. That's really sloppy. I'm sorry about that. But again, I can spend, you got to be patient. I could spend, easily, you know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes on just going around an arm, to get it. So, because you want it, the more detail, the more time you spend with it, the better. So once you get it to kind of where you want, you then you want to click next, and that'll take you to where you can kind of see now where it's blurry behind me. And I can really open it up so it's really blurry. When there's a, when there's something like this, you kind of want that sharp edge so that it looks like that. And this is not very well done, but you can kind of start to see the effect that happens there. And I can, make it not so drastic. Again, subtlety. So like even at its smallest, like a 3.5 simulation, it's still giving me a really good effect. So that's something to note. Um, the other thing I want to point out is Big Lens does have filters I can apply. And again, it's not going to do it here because you got to do it initially because it's going to cancel out where I've marked out, but they're there in case you want to use it. Um, so that's Big Lens. Again, if you use it sparingly, it's amazing.